Good afternoon to Natasha.
Good afternoon. Thank you very much.
Okay, so right now we'll be conducting an interview, and I hope it will be a very good experience.
Yes,
Okay,
thank
so
you very much.
first of all, we'd like you to give you a brief introduction of yourself.
Thank you very much. This is very nice to speak with you people, and my favorite students always. My name is Dr. Ashok Kumar, and I have been working here as an associate professor in the Department of Pathology, Epp University, since October 2016, almost 3.5 years. And yes, any other questions? This is my brief introduction.
Alright, sure, no problem. Okay, so we would also like to know if you have had any notable experiences throughout your teaching years since you've been teaching for so long already.
Yeah, that's correct. Actually, teaching and qualifications wise, I simply briefly tell you, I'm basically from Pakistan and I did my medical graduation MBBS and postgraduate diploma for the 2 years from my country, and afterwards I left for University of Frankfurt, Germany, and there I did my PhD and postdoc fellowship there, and further in advanced technologies and further research experience and teaching experience also there. So I stayed around 4 to 5 years, 4.5 years there. Thereafter I returned back to my country and served as an assistant professor for 2 years. Then I went to Gulf countries. There again I almost 3 years stayed there in King Faisal University for again almost 3 years. Thereafter I came here in Malaysia, so it is 3.5 years. So almost I think I have total, after PhD I have around 10 years of experience. And yes, I am happy in Malaysia. Of course I have been in Europe, in different countries. In UK I had different talks, and European countries, Sweden, France, and of course research seminars and so on. So I have visited almost 9 or 10 countries academically and research wise, and what I feel here, I feel very nice atmosphere because it's all throughout the year spring like weather and very beautiful experience. People are also nice here.
Okay, so since you've been to so many different countries, what about research wise, academic wise, what's the biggest difference do you think from your countries that you've been through in Malaysia?
Yeah, and of course here we have, I would say, cultural difference is always different, and what I feel here, it's not so much pressure here. On the one hand, if you see infrastructure is very good, and academically management of this university, at least I know it is good, and the students are very nice. In comparison to other countries, there is work pressure too much, and sometimes people are good, sometimes people are fluctuating in moods. But here, what I feel, all people are very nice. Even poor people, if I go to the other in the city and village sites, visiting there, people are good and they are very nice. And even though we are working here, but I understand atmosphere and weather really affects the nature. And weather is beautiful, not so cold, not so hot. Therefore, what I understand, it affects psychologically and physically. Therefore, we don't feel work stress. And research-wise, we are doing our research articles and some research work, so it doesn't seem to me as a pressurizing work.
Oh, so I take that you prefer how it is in Malaysia then?
Yes, I really love Malaysia. If you see, I still want to stay here. This is a very nice country.
Yeah, that's good, that's good. Okay, so since you are teaching pathology in MBBS, I'd like to ask you, what are your views regarding the current coronavirus outbreak?
Yeah, actually people are so much scared of coronavirus. I would say that people shouldn't be so much scared and and panic of this virus. The main point, I would say, this is, people are under harassment and so much scary because they are hearing about the outbreaks, and I would say simply that this is the virus which really affects the people, specifically majority of the people who have weak immune system. For example, people who are beyond 60, 70 years of old and who have weak immune system. Immune system, the cells in our body which protect us from different microorganisms, pathological microorganisms, pathogenic microorganisms. So people, or even young people who have less immunity power, those should be afraid. But otherwise, our body system has a power to protect us. I would simply say, if you see the data, current data says 97% of the infected people, I'm talking about infected, let's say there are 100 people sitting, 100 are infected with the coronavirus. 97 people will be healed and cured. They have mild or moderate, just like flu-like symptoms, fever, lethargic, and after some days they get well. So only 3%, again majority will be old people with less immunity. Even old people don't get affected who have good immunity and energetic. Otherwise, therefore shouldn't be scared of this. I would say precaution is better than the treatment. Therefore precaution is only, yes, you don't need to be panicked that I shouldn't go to the other cities, no problem. One can go there. Just avoid where there is too much crowding, less than 1 meter distance. So it is important to keep distance 3 feet or at least 1 meter from the people, so that if they cough, you can just protect themselves. Otherwise, it's not transmissible until unless the person who is coughing and having flu-like symptoms, they have to just take care. Otherwise, even people, I was surprised that people who are wearing mask actually doesn't protect too much. Of course, it reduces the risk 5 times less than the 100%. But again, people who are putting mask, again trying to set it and going in the market and touching the objects and again setting the mask, so they are increasing the chances of transmission of these viruses, because those viruses, the infected people who cough or sneeze, and those viruses are on the objects and they are touching escalators, tables, and again trying to set the mask, so they are getting more infection chances, because here it easily goes through the eyes, nose, lips, mouth. I would say simply, even mask is not as important as I said, until unless they are really in rush and crowded area. Therefore, there shouldn't be so much panic, of course. They have to take simple precautions, wash their hands, and yes, of course. So I would say don't be panic until unless immunity is strong. Don't worry.
Yeah, I understand that fear plays a huge role in how this virus is, causing so much panic in so many places. How do you think that we can, find a way to lessen the panic among people? Because of course, not everyone is educated like medical students or healthcare professionals are.
Yeah, I would say there should be some awareness programs should be arranged by the government and also some private organizations. For example, you students are very active, and we will be happy to give the talk and show them some animations to the general public areas, so there shouldn't be so much panic, and they have to just keep cleanliness, and yes, and we can give them awareness. For example, as I said, now till up to date, there are under 100,000 or 110,000 maximum cases, infected cases of coronavirus. But majority, again, 80,000 are in China, and some thousand in some South Korea, then Italy. Then only some 90 cases, 50 cases, 15 cases, 10 cases sporadically in different countries. So now almost 110 countries have been infected with the virus. But only if you see the death, 97-98% people get resolved, no problem at all. Only those people who have less immunity.
So, Tasha, just now you gave quite an elaboration regarding this virus. So, and you also mentioned a point where if you have a higher immunity status, then it will probably not affect you as much. Then, what do you think people can do to increase their immunity? So
Very good. If the person is suffering from cardiac diseases or diabetes mellitus or some diseases, they should treat them well. And for normal people or whoever the people, they should drink plenty of water, fresh fruits, and after washing very nicely, killing the fruits, and some hot lemon water, and just stress free. They should go to outside to take a fresh breath, so that their immune system can be increased. And protein diet, good protein diet, that is present in beans, meat, and meat should be well cooked, of course. And before eating, when they come back home, they must wash their hands with the liquid soap, and leave the liquid soap for 15 seconds almost. Then they can wash their hands nicely and then eat. And these are the precautions. They should drink plenty of water, and don't be panic. It is just dissolvable by the body. They can increase their immune system, and stress free should be.
Okay, so you mentioned something about stress as well. You see, nowadays, MBBS students, they are pretty stressed out with studies and everything, and also with the pressure that they have to treat patients in the future. Do you have any advice that you like to give them?
Yes, very good. I always, before I even start my lectures, I always give in the beginning few lectures very important key points, how to study. Many times the students come just like blank and sit in the classroom, and they expect they will be learning totally from whatever the teacher teaches and lecturer teaches. I would again remind all the students that's very important. Before you go to the lecture, one night before, you should have the schedule. Tomorrow I have to attend these lectures. Let's say there are 3 lectures. They must go only 10 minutes each lecture. Only 10 minutes. Look into the book properly. I don't say you must recite like a parrot. Just go through it, what you are going to learn. Let's say you have a lecture on anemia. Just go through the book, what anemia is, what its types are. Simply, don't go into deep. Just go through, these are the types, this is the topic, and okay, give 8 to 10 minutes each lecture, close it before you sleep. So we are talking about the next day lecture. So 3 lectures, you give 10 minutes, 30 minutes. So now you have outlined, tomorrow you are going to learn these stuffs, simply. Then you sit in the classroom, then you, believe me, you will remember all the slides in such a way that's called long-term memory. And this will last for months to years, because you already know some things and you are now in detail taught in the classroom. Now it's memorized. The same day when you finish the lectures, you come back, then you give each lecture again 20 to 30 minutes. You can rapidly finish, and this will be almost permanently memorized. So the same lectures again you come back at home, the same day after attending the class you remember and go through the slides. Now, not only this, you will remember, but I would encourage you to sit in groups, at least 3 students or more. Then you can discuss what you studied. We said this, cross question each other and then answer. This will be very beneficial for all the students. Then you can discuss, and this is the only way. Before the lecture, you should know what you are going to learn the next day. And then the day you learn the lectures, similarly you give a little bit more time. I don't say you pressurize yourself. Study hard 5 days per week. Saturday, Sunday, you must relax. This is only possible if you follow according to my instructions. Once at 5 p.m. you are back home, take 30 minutes pause. Don't sleep. Okay, just recharge your brain battery. And then you wake up, take a small amount of some fruit or something or tea or whatever, then continuously sit for 2.5 hours. Let's say you again start from 6:30 evening, 7, 8, 9. Before 9 p.m. you cannot leave the chair. You have to finish what you attended the lectures today in detail and discuss. Don't leave the material of study for tomorrow, because tomorrow never comes. You say tomorrow, again tomorrow, tomorrow never comes. So today is today. So in this case, if you keep continuity and consistency, believe me, you will enjoy your everyday sleep, because you say, today is my all burden is finished. Thank God. You sleep very peaceful, sound sleep. 5 days. 10 p.m. you fall into sleep, eat food, little bit walk and sleep. Early in the morning, no problem. 7 a.m. you have 8 to 9 hours sleep, enough. You go to your routine and continue it. You will be very happy. Saturday, Sunday you enjoy yourself. Because many times students are under stress because they just rely, I will study later. Many times I ask the student, did you go through this lecture before? No, we don't know. Did you finish yesterday's lecture at home? No. Therefore, they accumulate, drop and drop make the ocean. Single lecture make the whole book. Then the whole book is on their head. Oh my God, this is the problem. So I would say, every day you must finish the work on the same day. And 3 to 4 students group discussions. And then you full-fledged, you enjoy your weekend. Go outside, enjoy the nature, go to city life, no problem. These are the main success of the life keys.
Yes, sir, I'm sure that your advice will definitely will be very beneficial to a student.
I'll be always happy, and I always welcome the students anytime they need anything regarding research article writings or medical knowledge, whatever. I always welcome not only pathology but other subjects. Also some senior students come to me regarding other medicine topics or whatever. So we are doctors here, we are here to teach you, and we are happy that if you learn very good things, you are going to serve your people. You are going to help the people and give the services to the patients, to the students, to maximize the health quality of the people.
Okay, so thank you, doctor. Thank you so much for your input today.
Thank you very much.
Okay, so before we end our whole interview, I'd like to say thank you.
Thank you very much. It was really great to meet you.
Sure, thank you.
Thank you very much.